Hey guys, Lamonster here at Lamonster Garage, and we are shooting another video on our fender light install for the new style fenders. We ran into a little issue that actually we've only had two people have a problem, but one of them was me. And so it made me take a second look at how we did the wire harness, found out what the problem was. It was basically an inconsistency in the voltage that we were picking up to power up the auxiliary part of the running lights. Everything else worked fine. Worked fine for a bunch of people, but we went ahead and made up some harnesses, shipped them out to all the existing orders. If theirs is still working fine, they can keep it that way, or they can go ahead and plug in what we're doing now. But what we decided to do is we just made up a harness that we're plugging into the GPS power. It's real, still nice, plug and play, real easy to do. These are the lights. This is the rear fender light, and this is the front fender light. Here they are mounted on the fenders, here, here, and here. It's got the double sticky back tape on it instead of pins and nuts that come loose. That's the one thing we really like about it. There's no blinker module to add to it, and no blinker module to fail. That's the other thing we like about it. We've had several customers come in and say, hey, I've had modules go bad. I've had lights go bad. I even had one gal says, oh yeah, I was going down the road and my husband looked back and said, hey, your light's hanging. So it was actually hanging by the wires. So the wiring of these lights is super clean, super sanitary, the way they do the wiring. It sticks nice and solid. So we're real happy about these. We promote them. We like also that they flush out with the edge of the fenders instead of going straight down like the other two manufacturers. So to us, it's just a styling thing. Both the other lights work great. I've been using them for years, but they do have their issues that are bothersome, and so far I haven't found any issues with these. We're real happy with the Showchrome products. So I've already wired this F3 up, the F3S and the F3T, and the reason I got these both like this, on your F3S, your GPS harness is going to be right here. So you have to pull these side panels off, and then you're looking for this little harness right here, and basically you're just going to unplug it. Now I do have a GPS, so I've got power going to it, but you just plug in our little harness here. So this provides power, and it's going to run over to here to these wires. So this is just 12 volts, and you're going to have your red hot going to one of these lever locks, your blue wire from the fender lights. I've got two of them. One blue wire is for the rear, one blue wire is for this. They will go to a red hot. The other one is ground, so you have the two ground wires off the lights. They'll be going here also. And then we have a crossover. So this wire basically is power and ground, and it crosses over to the other side to be able to do the same thing. We still have a little plug-and-play harness that plugs into your turn signals, and that will have a black wire on it, and the black wire is going to go to the red wires from the turn signal lights. So basically, I'll go ahead and show you. When you key this on, this will be your running lights. When you hit your turn signals or flashers, they'll flash brighter. Okay? So that's all there is to this. So this is keyed on. My GPS still powers up. Everything still does what it's supposed to do. So on the F3T, this one's on the right side. On the F3T, the GPS harness is on the left side. So this is my GPS. This is all the extra wires you get that you don't need. But I'm going to leave this totally out of the loop just to show you. You can just plug this back in, but we're going to do like a clean install. So we're going to take this harness and we're going to plug it in right here. so. And then we'll route our cable. See, now this, I can go ahead and do this. I'll plug my GPS right back into here. And we're just going to run these wires. I'm going to clean it up later, but I'm just going to show you for the sake of running it. You run your wires through here. And then this is your crossover wire. We want to actually come, well, let me do this. I got to tuck this up all the way over here, but basically we're going to want to do all your connections right here. So like I say, there's a black wire on the turn signal itself. You're going to want to unplug this wire here, and you're going to plug in our harness that we give you. And I think I'll show you the harness. So basically, this is the harness here. So you're going to want to plug this in, and then run this black wire down into this area here on both sides. They're both the same. This is already ran, so here's your black wire. That's going to connect to your two red wires on the fender lights itself. So I've got the two blue wires here that are my running lights. It's a pretty thin wire, so I'm going to go ahead and tie these together. And I'm going to add it to right here. Okay, and now I've got a ground off of this harness here. Where's my ground? No, that was already hooked up. So I'm going to unhook it. So you got your two ground wires off the lights, and we're going to tie this into here. Like so. Okay. So now we've powered up this side. But now we got to get power over to there and basically do the same thing. Now you can try fishing it through. We usually use a long zip tie, but I can't find my long zip tie. So I just grabbed the antenna that I had, and I'll go ahead and tape this on here, but you can use any kind of straight edge. You can just fish the raw wire, but for the sake of the video I'm going to do it the fast way. I'll go ahead and pull that. I'll go to this side of the bike. I'll pull my wires through here. Pull the antenna off. And I'm going to run this down into here. I have a lot of auxiliary lights, so it's kind of a mess. I'm going to clean it up after the video here, but so there's no harness to be hooked up on this side. Actually, this is that's something totally separate that I should put back. All right, so I need to get my lever locks. So here's our lever locks, and we really like these lever locks. These are real nice, low profile. So I'll put a positive on one, and then the running lights are blue. So we're going to go ahead and tie that into there. Make sure I always pull on them, make sure they took. Here's our ground. I could say they're tiny wires, so you go ahead and tie them together. I'll put the ground in here. Latch it down. Ground in here. Latch it down. I've already got the black wire coming down for the turn signal on this side. Here it is, and it's hooked up to the red. So the black wire from the turn signal, from the harness that we give you, goes in here. Two red wires go in here. That powers up the blinkers. So theoretically, these should blink. which they do. And then they should power on with the key, which they do. So there's your running lights. There's your blinkers. And that's it. Whoops. Once my parking brake. So anyway, that's the new harness that we're going to be selling with all the F3s. This is the wiring power that we provide for all the F3s. The RT we're going to do something very similar to. We'll shoot a video for that. Right now, if you buy these lights from us on lamonstergarage.com, it's going to have RT instructions, but it's not connected with any plug-and-play harnesses. Basically, you'll have to use their wiring to hook it up, which you can do that. That's fine. We like plug-and-play. We like something where you unplug it, plug it in, it's nice and clean. So that's it, guys. Lamonster Garage. If you have any questions, you can call us at the shop. The phone number's at the top of the web page. We're open Monday through Fridays, 8 to 5. And drop us an email. Just hit the contact us button, and we'll be glad to get you hooked up. But hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.